Hi guys, how you doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I have some breaking news from Delrey Metels. So, I love to bring you guys companies first. I love to bring you guys picks first. I love to bring you guys the news first. And here's the big news from Delrey Metels. Delrey signs definitive agreement on the Four Corners vanadium iron titanium project in Newfoundland. This news is breaking right now. Delrey Metels Corp, DLRY in Canada, 10Z in Frankfurt, Germany, and DLRYF in America is pleased to announce that further to its news release on March 21st, 2019, and subsequent clarification of that news release dated March 22nd, 2019, it has entered into a definitive property option agreement, known as the definitive agreement, with respect to the right and option to acquire an additional 80% interest, otherwise known as the option, in and to certain mineral licenses which comprise the Four Corners project as more fully described below. The project from 999 Resources Limited, the optioner, and to establish a joint venture therewith, otherwise known as the joint venture. These are the highlights of the Four Corners project. Strong drill definition. Let's just scroll down here. Highlights of the Four Corners project include strong drill defined vanadium mineralization at the Keating Hill East Zone with a potential strike length in excess of 4.5 kilometers, as well as four other FE-TI-V mineralized zones on the project which have never been drill tested. Global firm SRK Consulting US Inc. SRK report notes positive vanadium recoveries of 90% in preliminary metallurgical tests. The PLiBGEhbXkQPCHTZsUlx-GxSGgsCLUSKJO highway provides access to an ice-free deep water port within 40 kilometers of the project, as well as a commercial airport and industrial service center at Stephenville, Newfoundland, and Labrador, which could act as a potential brownfield site for primary and secondary processing. Low exploration and development costs with no need for helicopter or camp support. So this is the news that is breaking. Literally, it broke this morning, and I'm bringing it to you right now first. And an additional rebate of up to 50% of selected exploration expenditures from the Newfoundland and Labrador government under the Junior Exploration Assistance Program. So this is the news that's trending. Newfoundland and Labrador, consistently rated as one of the top mining jurisdictions in the world by the Fraser Institute. Work in 2012 by SRK noted a highly favorable hillside mining agriculture architecture exists on the project. Excellent community relations with strong support for the development of the project. 2019 field season will include drilling aimed at expanding FE-TI-V mineralization at the Keating Hill East Zone, as well as additional exploration over the four other target zones on the project. This is breaking news. This is new news. This is literally trending right now. I will not be surprised to see Delrey have a monster day today, guys. Honestly, let's pull up TradingView. Let's just look at it real quick before I get back into the news here. So I brought you guys Delrey last week. It went up after I brought you this news of Delrey, and I have interviewed the CEO. I'm literally just waiting for approval to put the video out, okay? Delrey is up about 20% since I brought you guys this alert first. They're currently at 20 cents. They've been a little bit higher. They have gone as high as 21.5 cents. I believe this news could make it go a lot higher today. The symbol in America is DLRYF. So Delrey Metels Corporation in America. So you could see here, it went down 53% yesterday. I'm just saying. I told some people were like, yo, why did it go down? I think that it is a buying opportunity. That's what I said. It went up 100% on Friday, and then it goes down 53% today. To me, it looks like a buying opportunity. I don't know. I mean, it was a holiday in Canada yesterday. It explodes up to 30 cents. Then it goes back down to 14 on very little volume. I anticipate that today we see it back in the green. That's just a prediction. The market opens in 3 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see if it goes up. And it was at 20 cents. It was at 20 cents on Friday in Canada. So let's see. I make a prediction that they will go up again in Canada today. They are up 11% on Friday. I'll make a prediction that they'll go up again today in the green on this news. So let's just continue with the news. So Morgan Good, the president and chief executive officer of the company, commented, you know what, let's go to their website. Delrey Metels. DelreyMetels.com is the website. So we're at the website right here. All right, I'm subscribed to Delrey. So we're on the website right here. You can see they're showing the prices of precious metals. You can learn about their flagship Four Corners project, which this news is about. Learn more about vanadium, their BC projects, and their corporate presentation right on their website. DelreyMetels.com is the website. All the latest news is there. And I interviewed the CEO, Morgan Good. Management and board of directors. Here we go. So this is Morgan Good, founder, president, and CEO. And let's just read what he has to say. Morgan Good, president and chief executive officer of the company, commented, finalizing the definitive agreement with 999 Resources on the Four Corners project and the increase in the overall land package cements Delrey's position within the strategic energy metal sector. We recently completed a visit to the project and had the opportunity to spend time with not only Vic French and the 999 resource team, but also several senior government officials from the development of natural resources. Newfoundland and Labrador is a world-class mining and exploration jurisdiction, abundant with opportunities within the natural resource space. We have a plan in place to move quickly on unlocking the project value through systematic exploration, while taking advantage of the excitement and increased interest within the vanadium and iron ore sectors. The Keating Hill East Zone is in particular, as well as other high priority target zones on the property, will be the exploration focus of the 2019 season. Let's see if we can see that project here. Here's the Four Corners project. So this breaks it down. Let's take a look and see some maps. So this gives you an idea of what the project looks like, where it's located, and if you look at some photos, you can see some photos of the team. Now let's just read a little bit about the project. The Four Corners project now comprises 7,655 hectares, with the recent acquisition of the new claims increasing the contiguous land package by 51%. It is located in southwestern Newfoundland and Labrador. Let's take a look at the maps. There we go. It is located in southwestern Newfoundland and Labrador, 25 kilometers east of the town of Stephenville. The project is host to vanadium-enriched titaniferous magnetite iron mineralization, which shows encouraging historical evidence for significant and consistent vanadium accumulations across the 5 main target zones. I've been talking to you guys a lot about vanadium because vanadium is hot. Okay, vanadium is super, super hot right now. Oh, there we go. Delrey Metels is already up 5%. Look at that. Look at that. Surprise, surprise. Let's see if we watch it climb while we're live. The project also boasts excellent infrastructure and is transected along its entire length by the PLiBGEhbXkQPCHTZsUlx-GxSGgesGgsCLUSKJO Highway Route 480 and a 33 megawatt power line. It is located only, back to 20 cents. It is located only 40 kilometers along Route 480 east of the deep water ice-free Port Harmon complex. Newfoundland and Labrador is consistently rated as being one of the top mining jurisdictions in Canada and worldwide for the Fraser Institute. The flagship target, the Keating Hill East Zone. Let's see if we can find that. It's probably in one of these zones here. The flagship target, the Keating Hill East Zone, was mapped by the Geological Survey of Canada to be at least 4,500 meters in length, with variable widths between 400 meters to 1,100 meters and extending from surface to 590 meters deep, where it remains open, representing a large, very large potential target. An airborne EM electromagnetic survey conducted in 2011 by Geotech Limited greatly added to the potential of the project with the identification of 4 new targets, increasing the potential mineralized strike length to greater than 16 kilometers. Preliminary surface sampling confirms the same style of mineralization found at the Keating Hill East Zone is producing the geophysical anomalies, and follow-up work is planned for 2019. So they got a huge 2019 planned here. Selective samples across the mineralized strike length assayed 40% Fe, 5% Ti, and 0.30% V2O5, with individual assays returning as high as 56.92% Fe, 15.13% Ti, and 0.39% V2O5. SRK completed preliminary magnetic characterization work, which returned very encouraging metallurgical results. The standard Davis tube results from a vanadium-rich titaniferous magnetite 2010 drill core sample assayed 29.1% Fe, 9.8% Ti, and 0.232% V2O5, with concentrate samples returning an impressive 0.643% V2O5, initial runs producing a concentrate with an equally impressive 90% recovery of vanadium. Vanadium is hot. Vanadium is super, super hot, and Delrey Metels Corp is deeply involved in the vanadium business. We saw a little price jump. We've seen it come back down. We have yet to see any real substantial volume yet on DLRYF, but we'll keep you updated to see if there's any changes in the price. Now, for some reason, I've noticed with a lot of these Canadian companies, they don't move right away. They have I don't know why, but they'll have a delayed reaction. They might put out news today and it might not even move until tomorrow. I don't know why that is, but I've just noticed this as a trend in the mining sector. Now, what are the terms of this agreement? The commercial terms of the definitive agreement are summarized below. So let's just get into these terms. Let's get into the terms of these agreement. In order to exercise the option, let's get into the terms. The commercial terms of the definitive agreement are summarized below. Cash payments In order to exercise the option and acquire up to an 80% interest in the project, the company has agreed to pay the optioner an aggregate cash payment of $450,000, otherwise known as the cash payment. Oh, we're up 5% again. Here we are. Delrey Metels Corp. now up 5% on the news. You can see the news is trending. It is on TradingView. It is on TMX Money, where I'm reading it for you guys right now. Let's continue. Okay, optioner on aggregate cash payment of $450,000, otherwise known as the cash payment, as follows: a non-refundable $25,000 cash deposit, otherwise known as the deposit, which was paid upon entry of the term sheet on March 18, 2019. $25,000 on or before the effective date of the definitive agreement. $50,000 on or before the first anniversary of the effective date. $50,000 on or before the second anniversary of the effective date. $50,000 on or before the third anniversary of the effective date, and $250,000 on the earlier of the date, that is on or before the fourth anniversary of the effective date, on or within 30 days of completion of an exploration program as approved by the technical committee as defined below. Share issuance. Now, another thing I really like about this company is their shares are tight. Really, really tight, this company. Share structure, I believe, is under 25 million shares. Super, super tightly held. In addition to the cash payment, the company has agreed to issue the optioner an aggregate of 12 million common shares in the company, in the capital of the company. Well, looks like that number is going to grow. Each a share as follows: 1.2 million shares on the effective date, 2.6 million shares on or before the first anniversary of the effective date, 3.6 million shares on or before the second anniversary of the effective date, 2.6 million shares on or before the third anniversary of the effective date, and 2 million shares on or before the fourth anniversary of the effective date. Now let's talk about the exploration expenditures. Additionally, the company has agreed to incur an aggregate of $5 million in exploration expenditures as defined below, as follows: $1 million in exploration and development activities on or in relation to the project, otherwise known as the exploration expenditures, on or before the first anniversary of the effective date. $2 million in exploration expenditures on or before the second anniversary of the effective date. $1 million in exploration expenditures on or before the third anniversary of the effective date, and $1 million in exploration expenditures on or before the fourth anniversary of the effective date, the fourth year anniversary exploration program, and delivery of a pre-feasibility study with respect to the project by the company and the company's cost in accordance with National Instrument 43101, which is like gold standard for resource companies. It's the same as getting a license for cannabis companies. You need a 43101 to drill and pull gold out of the ground to have any credibility whatsoever. Standards of disclosure for mineral projects, NI 43101, that's like having a license to grow cannabis, and CIM standards on or before 12 months from receipt of exploration results from the fourth year exploration program. Now, this is the optioner participation right. The optioner shall have the right to maintain a proportional equity interest in the company, subject to certain conditions and accepted issuances for the period from the effective date under the later of the exercise of the option, the termination of the definitive agreement, and such date that the optioner ceases to hold at least 10% of the company's total issued and outstanding shares on a non-diluted basis. Okay, I like that. Joint venture. Upon the exercise of the option, the joint venture will be formed. The joint venture will be governed in accordance with the terms of a joint venture agreement, otherwise known as the joint venture agreement, the form of which has been attached to the definitive agreement. In addition to customary joint venture terms, the joint venture agreement includes the following rights and obligations. The company will initially have a participating interest in the project of 80%, and optioner will initially have a carried interest in the project of 20% until the date that is 120 days after the delivery of a feasibility report on the project, following which the optioner's interest will automatically convert into a participating interest in the project of 20%. After conversion of the carried interest, the company and the optioner will each bear their respective proportionate share of all costs and liability arising under the joint venture agreement in proportion to their respective interests in the project. Subject to certain exceptions, the company and the optioner will each have the right to appoint 2 representatives to the management committee for the joint venture and has agreed together jointly appoint 1 additional third-party representative for a total of 5 representatives. And the company shall be the initial operator of the joint venture until it resigns, is removed in accordance with the joint venture agreement, or its interest in the project falls below 50%. This is the net smelter royalty. Following exercise of the option, the optioner will retain a 3% net smelter royalty on the project. The company will have the right to purchase 0.5% of the NSR, net smelter royalty, for a payment of $1 million within 10 days of delivery of a feasibility study with respect to a project in accordance with NI 43-101, and a further 0.5% of the NSR, net smelter royalty, for an additional payment of $2 million within 30 days of making a production decision with respect to the project, repurchase of 1%, and repayment or payment of $3 million in the aggregate. This is about Delrey. Delrey is a mineral exploration company focused on the acquisition, exploration, and development of mineral resource properties, specifically in the strategic energy minerals space. The company has an option to earn an 80% interest in the Four Corners project located in Newfoundland and Labrador. The Four Corners project is a FE-TI-V exploration project with positive historical drilling, metallurgy, and development economics. The company also wholly owns the Star, Porcher, Pennies, and Blackie FE-TI-V properties located along Tidewater in western British Columbia. Delrey will continue to review and acquire projects showing potential for minerals used in the energy storage and electric vehicles markets. This is what this is about, guys. Electric vehicles are hot. Delrey Metels is mining for resources that can be used in electric vehicles. The company is based in Vancouver, British Columbia, and is listed on the CSE under the symbol DLRY. That's the news. That's the breaking news. I wanted to bring it to you guys first. I think this company long-term goes way higher. Short-term, who knows? Could go up, could go down based on this news. Right now, it is up 5% based on this news. I'll keep you updated on anything as it happens. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We bring you winners, and we bring them to you first. Do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. We are not licensed advisors, okay? Always look into these companies, do your due diligence, do your research, invest in a company because you love it, not because you heard it here first, okay? We're going to bring you a lot of companies first, all the time. We need you to be able to make good decisions. And the reason why we bring you so many companies is so that you have a lot of options. From there, what we want is we want you to go into the comment section. If you like the video, smash the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. That's fair. And if you have a comment down below. Let us know if you like this company. If so, why you like it. If you dislike the company, why you dislike the company. I would love to know if you've invested in this company. I'd love to know why you invested in the company, what you think the potential is for this company. I think there's a lot of upside here. We're getting in really, really early, very tight share structure, and it seems as though they're doing some big things, specifically for mining for vanadium and iron. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. Delrey Metels up 5% on the news that they've signed a definitive agreement on the Four Corners vanadium, iron, titanium project in Newfoundland. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. I'll see you soon.